Hey everybody, and welcome to Holy Week with Mr. Danny. We've been talking through what makes each day this week special, and today is Friday of Holy Week, or Good Friday, and our picture for this day is 3 crosses. Now, the cross is something that we see a lot of around the church. I've got a couple here in my office. This is a cross that I brought back from Ecuador, where I used to live. A guy named Fausto decorated this, painted it, and it's a very beautiful, colorful cross. It makes me happy when I look at it and think about a place that I love, where I also learned a lot about Jesus. There's another thing that I have on this shelf. Another friend gave this to me, and this is a Christmas ornament, and it also has the 3 crosses on it. And my friend Lydia brought this back from Jerusalem for me. And our crosses in the things that we use to decorate our homes and offices and our church, and the 3 crosses like this, they all come out of the Bible story about Good Friday, which we're going to read, and we're going to look around and see some other crosses that we have in the church. I'm in the sanctuary right now, and you can see the cross that's on the back wall of this room. And I love this because we can see God's creation right through that window. But there's some other places in this room where we find crosses. If I spin the camera around and you look all the way at our back wall, you probably don't look back here very often, but even our air conditioning vent has the shape of a cross on it. And if we look over here to our windows, the window panes have a cross in the center of them. And even our lights, if you look very closely, you can find some crosses around the glass in our lights. There's crosses everywhere in this room because we think it's an important symbol, and it reminds us of Jesus. We have one more cross, and that's this one that's outside our church building. And we've wrapped it in a purple cloth. A lot of things in Lent, the season before Easter, are purple in the church because it symbolizes royalty and kings. And you'll see why in the scripture that we're going to read from the book of John, chapter 19. It was about noon on the preparation day for the Passover. Pilate said to the Jewish leaders, "Here's your king." The Jewish leaders cried out, take him away, crucify him." Pilate responded, "What? You want me to crucify your king?" "We have no king except the emperor," the chief priests answered. Then Pilate handed Jesus over to be crucified. The soldiers took Jesus prisoner. Carrying his cross by himself, he went to a place called the Skull Place, in Aramaic, Golgotha. That's where they crucified him, and 2 others with him, one on each side and Jesus in the middle. Pilate had a public notice written and posted on the cross. It read, "Jesus the Nazarene, the King of the Jews." A jar full of sour wine was nearby, so the soldiers soaked a sponge in it, placed it on a hyssop branch, and held it up to Jesus' lips. When he had received the sour wine, Jesus said, "It is completed." Bowing his head, he gave up his life. Following Jewish burial customs, they took Jesus' body and wrapped it with the spices in linen cloths. There was a garden in the place where Jesus was crucified, and in the garden was a new tomb in which no one had ever been laid. Because it was Jewish preparation day and the tomb was nearby, they laid Jesus in it. So in this story, the people are making fun of Jesus when they call him the King of the Jews, but we wrap our cross in purple cloth to remember that Jesus is and was really our King. But today is Good Friday, and we've changed our cross. It's now wrapped in black because this is a sad story, and we remember that Jesus really and truly died. And so we take some time today on Good Friday to be sad and to remember that Jesus gave up his life for us. These three crosses remind us about death and sadness. But the great thing about Good Friday is it's not the end of the story. We have Holy Saturday tomorrow where we wait, but Easter Sunday in 2 more days, when we celebrate that Jesus didn't just die on the cross and that was it, but he rose from the dead. He was resurrected, and we're happy about that. We're excited about that. It makes this story that's sad into something that's beautiful. I hope you guys have a great Good Friday, a great end to your Holy Week, and I'm looking forward to worshiping with you even online this Easter.